individually and collectively, and even at the national level, to ensure that those agencies are strengthened and they become much more effective in both tracking what we have out there, as well as collecting on our behalf as right owners. So that is a major task going forward. We have to optimize the use of social media and the major platforms to promote, to distribute, to market, and to sell our music. And Mark spoke about that, and I think Mikkel spoke about it to some extent. So we have to get our music on live streaming platforms, on YouTube, and so on, so that we can get the word out there, to get the message out there. So because too many of us using social media just for personal stuff, we have to use it now for the real purpose for which it is intended, which is to get our business going. So these are some of the imperatives at the micro level, at the very micro level. And there are other things that we can do as well. So I just emphasize some of them. Now at the macro level now, that is at the institutional level, at the state level, there are a number of things that we have to do as a country. There are several agencies in the country strengthening of those organizations so that they can deliver much more effectively and much more efficiently. And at this time, many of those agencies, they really haven't got the requisite skills in-house to be able to deliver programs for the creative industries, whether it be music and so on. And there are several of them. There is Dexia, there is the Ministry of Trade, there is Small Business Unit, there is the Dominica Festivals Commission, and so on and so forth. There are several of them. So what we want to see is to help, to work with them where possible, but they themselves, they need to invest in their staff, invest in the institutions, to so that they can have systems that can be able to more effectively deliver programs for the creative industries. At the educational level, that is another major area, folks. At two levels. One is we need to see curricular development for primary and secondary schools in arts and cultural education. So that at those levels, we can see more consistent programs and better quality programs. It's not vice. We want to have trained teachers in the primary schools, in the secondary schools, teaching art, teaching music, teaching design. And at the tertiary level, we want to see our tertiary level institutions, both the Dominica State College, the University of the West Indies, University of Trinidad and Tobago, etc. in the Caribbean, that can deliver much more programs in the arts, so we can have professionals coming out of these programs with degrees and certificates, and so they can become more professional and proficient in the delivery of what they do. We have TVET education going on now, certificate level, and we need to see it happen, the same happening in other fields. We need to see it in the creative arts. I believe also at the national level, we need to see support for our copyright, our intellectual property offices. They have an important role to play, and we need to see more investment there in terms of technology, in terms of the staff training and development, and we need money. So we need to see financial instruments, whether it be through grants, through credit facilities, be organized and developed so that we can really help enterprises and well-intended projects to thrive and to be successful. And the other area is the area of regulation and legislation and incentives. That is at the state level. We need to see that happening. We need to see a rethink of the cultural policy. We need to see new legislation to support the cultural industries. And of course, we need to see much better regulation governing the industry. So these are things that we need at the macro level. So again, these are just some issues. The other issue is data collection, because we need to be much more efficient in collecting data on the sector so that we can, in fact, help use that data to inform public policy on creative industries. And then the last thing I want to talk about is some ideas through a museum project, which is could be NGO government, and there is some work going on in that area. So the idea is to create a museum that, one, attracts visitors, but at the same time restore, archive, document the experiences of our Wakana Calypso legend and those who in fact gave their lives and their talent to making the music such a big thing for Dominica. The second thing is to see how we can integrate the memories and the personalities of our musicians, and in this case, the legends of Cadence Calypso, into the tourism tour packages. So, for example, a tour around Jeff Joe, a tour around Michael Henderson and Chubby and Co. in Granby. So, where we highlight their work, their contribution, their background, where they came from, where they live, the streets, and so on. So we need to see it happening. And of course, that they become part of our tourism promotion as well, so that they can add some more value to our tourism marketing. The other thing is to build within our major festivals, whether it be Carnival, the World Crew Music Festival, and other events, spaces to showcase emerging talents, and at the same time to be able to sell musical goods and services during this festival. So in other words, I would like to see a marketplace, for example, during Carnival. Let's have a huge marketplace where we can sell services, we can expose our young talents. Same thing during Creole Music Festival. We can bring down promoters from major concerts and other people who are looking for talents. Let us see that happening during the Creole Music Festival time, so that our artists could be better exposed. It's not just on the main stage, but also through a showcasing of that talent and exposure for them. The other thing is mentorship programs. So I spoke about that on the first panel, and I think it's something that we have to do. It's an imperative for us. So we need to identify the people who can be mentors from among the group. So, and Ophelia Murray, for example, I think is a great mentor. She was a great teacher. And so she could really be part of a mentorship team, working with young singers and performers. And we can do it for other mentors in singing, in performance skills, in writing songs, in music production, and so on. So a mentorship program. We need to, at the micro sector level, yes, we talk about the issue of publishing houses. We say we have only 2 of them, and they're not very well subscribed. But part of the reason why they're not subscribed is because they need some support. So we need to see some support for Makoff and for Gohen. So whether it be small grants, technical assistance, and so on, we need to see that happening. And not just publishing houses, but production houses. So we need to see the creation of production houses, studios that are well organized, that people can know they can go there and they can work for a period of time, but we need to support them so that it can be easier for our young artists to go there and to work, and so on. And experimentation in recording, collaboration. Cornell was trying to do something there earlier, those kind of things. So let us go through some experimentation, but that requires many hours of rehearsal and working in a studio space. Encourage collaboration at the regional and local level. Schools-based programs, for example, school bands, we need to see it happening. So I know Goodwill School used to have a school band, but I would like to see Granby Pierre Charles Secondary School. Do they have a school band? Not right now. But they should have a school band. Not in a community like that. Community music projects, so music centers, in particularly the areas where music is strong. We need to see those kinds of programs in the centers and to train and to expose people. Media support, ongoing media support. And it's not just about playing the music, folks. It's much more than that. So I want to see, for example, coverage, news coverage. We're having a lot of events, and many of them are not covered in the news. Or if they're covered, you see little things about them, little snippets. 20 years from now, we don't know what happened. So we need to see better news coverage and packaging of news information. Documentaries. So why haven't we done a documentary on Ophelia, for example? It's high time, on Mikel. You know, we need to do more of that. And I challenge all of us, including me. I think we have the onus is on us to do those kinds of things. And then, of course, the last thing is, I want to throw out, is our Arts and Music Foundation to support the music and the performing arts. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sobers Esprit, taking us through and really looking forward some of the imperatives, some of the important things that we have to do going forward. I know Wadix indicated that as well, that there are some initiatives that we're going to undertake as follow-up to Cadence Lipso month, and Sobers already is flagging some of those. Now to wrap up this segment of the proceedings, we're going to focus now. Well, Cornell he sort of dissected the music and showed the correlations, if you might say, from a rhythmic pulse, technical point of view to the creation of the music. Now we're going to have Derek, Ra, Peters, and Carlton here, both who you might say associated with the bouillon genre, but who also lived through the period of the cadence, let's say the cadence era. And so they're going to sort of share their experiences in that, if you might say, transition from cadence to bouillon. So we'll begin first with Ra, to share his thoughts and experiences on that. Yes, Ra? Thank you very much.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Nice to have me here. I want to big up Wadix one time for putting on such a great program. I think it's deserve a round of applause. And of course, all the people and them supporting him doing that. I want to start off by first giving a little tribute to my dad, who passed recently, and he was one of those that took me around from really small, taking me to Carnival City. He was a member of the JCs back in the day with all guys like Urban Harrigan and all those guys. We must, I must give him thanks for, taking me around from very small. He was very instrumental in building the stage for Carnival as well, along with some of the inmates or the prison. Some of you may know him as Lawrence Peters. Of course, he was a woodwork instructor, teaching in technical wing, Goodwill School, Maho, Portsmouth, and all that. So I wanted to just take time to acknowledge. And I hear that Jacob Duvalier passed. I'm not too sure, but yeah, we acknowledge that. First of all, I want to start with the whole Cadence era. I was able to be part of that Cadence era towards the end of it. That was in about 1979. Before that, I heard about the group that was being formed in about 1972 or 73, whatever. And heard that from a guy named Eddie Wilson, it's now passed. And he talked about a band that was being formed and they're going to come out and they're going to come out real strong. That was about 1972. While we were doing a show opening for Gaylord's Powered Union in the Arawak Cinema. And I heard about that group. And finally, I heard it was Exile One. And I was there to see them play, opening for them as well. But what happened is that we end up a group named Earth. We end up getting a deal in 1979, which was a very a year with a lot of activities. And we went to Guadeloupe and we recorded an album under the name of Liquid Ice, but actually the name of the group was Earth. So we had people in the band like playing, Spikey was on guitar, we had Spikey Gaze, what people would know, maybe know Spikey. We had Frankie Tong, you know Frankie Tong, I see Jerry nodding his head, and I seen Bro him right there. We'll get to Bro him in a while. We had people like Dexter Valmore, which was the brother of Tony Valmore, and it's through Tony that we got the deal to record in Guadeloupe. Who again that I missed? Derek Thomas was on bass. I think I had it basically covered. Of course, Walkers was on guitar. Walkers was on guitar, and I did vocals and percussions at that time, and we recorded in Guadeloupe. Well, Brohim would know about it because Brohim was right there, passing the records and watching us practice there, we were next door, right? We were right by Dexter's mother's place, rehearsing, right? Yeah, and Brohim would always pass the records first and stuff like that, maybe Earth, Wind and Fire, whatever it is. But no, we were lucky to, I don't know if lucky is the word, but blessed to be able to record. So that was my experience in the Cadence era. But moving on, we went further. By that time, 1979, the hurricane came and killed out everything. So there was a lull for bands and stuff like that. The bands, the Cadence thing was starting to drop a bit, and we had an invasion. We had an invasion with what we call the jam band music, and was really taken over with the drum machine and the electronic music started coming. So we it was Smokey that song, working and developing that beat, Well, I didn't want to be sung in like Burning Flames and like Jam Band and the rest of the group. I think that we had some beats here, for instance, the Lapoca beats, we had Jingping, we had the Belly, so I figure why not Fuse, which is an overused word. So I decided, well, why not put this thing together and make this work, put it in the rhythm and stuff like that. And by the time we had that medium where you could sample a song and put it through, which I call it we actually booyerize the whole vibes, so put it in there. So this way we come up with that whole thing of the booyah vibes, So after that, of course, my personal influences was groups like, for instance, Usibesa, Malo, Tito Puente, those type of groups that I was into, Fela Ransom, Mano Dibango, and all those guys. So that in itself had an influence on me, of course. I listened to a lot of reggae music back in the time there, so I did a lot of listening to like Wailers, and so I decided, well, if we fuse all those different, genres, then we could come up with something. So that was the whole idea. So that was the whole vibes with booyah and stuff like that, So that was history. But there were a lot of other stuff we could get into, but we'll just pass that now. Right now, we could see that we technically at a crossroads right now with the music. Meaning that we have a thing with the lyrical content and, and the music orchestration as well. So we need to really check on that. I mean, you see when WCK get a little a low and well, Triple K kind of come in the lyrical content and stuff like that. They get a vibe and it was nice, and they start to drop some lyrics on there. Some was not so nice to the ear, but people love it still. Even people say they hate it, but they was dancing to it and they love it. I mean, so we need to really address that right now, because if you could see clearly, it's kind of going out of hand right now. We need to really address it. For when Triple K dropped their style, for instance, there's a new guy on the scene. I think we should make mention of him. There's a Ridge. He's coming up with a new stuff, and it's really getting wild. So we really need to put it under control. But Shubas was making a point about the economic parts, so we could decide where we really going with that. If we just about economics, or if we're doing a thing for our culture and for our morals and stuff like that, so we could decide if we going straight for the money, so we could maybe do a ridge, if we go in for, the culture, how we going to deal with it. And it's left now to the powers that be, the DJs, venue owners, the radio station owners, the different people that, would have the strength, the organizations like DFC and all those places there, to really push it, and push the music that making, really sense, and, that way there we want to be at the crossroads where we are right now to see, well, our music is going to, well, it's all of us music, but now it's going to places like Trinidad. We've seen what they're doing with it. We see what Solution is doing with it. We see what Grenada and all the rest of them doing with it. And now we know we going like Cranana. It's like everybody's having a field day, and now, we're left with nothing. So now we need to take a serious hold of what we're doing there, and as Sora's expressed already, how we need to get organized. The marketing, that's so important, and I kind of felt like a stock record, because I've said that in so many interviews. Some people tell me, oh, they tired of me talk and stuff like that, and talking about the same thing. But again, we have to bring that point, because like it's in repetition, it will maybe sink in, A friend had given me an illustration about how it works, but I don't think it is right now to see it in that form, It's like taking something and sending it against a wall, and some will stick, So, we need to, grab a hold, We need to grab a hold of what we're doing and stuff like that. And if we talk about economics, I remember back in the days when we were doing stuff like, say, we'd do something in Aquacade or Cicero, or our favorite spot right by warehouse there, Good Times, right? People would be coming down for a weekend, and I sure have people here that can, attest to that, people were flying in for a weekend just to hear maybe CK or Serenade in a jam. They would just fly in, So no, that had the economic strength. So it's not to see that it's something new to us that we don't know, about the economic value and how we could tap it. It's just that we need this, we need this support, and Subas was talking about it, that, we maybe need grants. Loans maybe not the right way to go, because, we struggle as musicians. We struggle, we put out our money. For I myself can really attest that I've spent, a lot of my personal funds, pushing artists, bands, individuals, to get the industry going. But now, like they say, some people, they find the soil, they plant the seed, you nurture the tree, it bear fruit, and somebody else with the basket picking all, and you just have to be watching. And so I could see that we've done a lot of work, we've done a lot of work, and Michael said it, Max said it, and other people have said it already, that we need to organize the industry, We need to organize the industry, and, Subas spoke about the different areas, the producers, the DJs, the venue owners, the musicians, the training, and all that, So basically we have to, grab a hold of it. Michael used my words, she's saying, well, if we don't mind our business, somebody else will be minding it for us. So we have to mind it, or somebody else will mind it for us. Thank you very much. I think I'll cut off for now.
For the industry. So a lot of the recommendations coming out of this kind of months celebrations and observations are equally, not really specific to Cadence, important to the genre of bouillon and the other local flavors that we have in Dominica. And so to wrap it up on the Cadence bouillon experience, Carlton, who is the leader of the band Serenade, another very important band, which emerged, you might say, at the sort of end of the zenith of Cadence Calypso, but living through that experience, how it impacted on Serenade's music leading into the bouillon era. Let us hear from Carlton. Let him reflect on some of the experiences of Serenade. Yes, Carlton. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. Well, I must say, Dominica is a blessed country to have two genres of music, Cadence Calypso and bouillon. And I am happy that First Serenade has been a part of this Cadence Calypso music and bouillon music, contributing to Dominica and what it has to offer. But I still believe that in Dominica we have to do a lot more to promote what we have, and we have to love it much more. And one of my issues is that our DJs on the radio stations, apart from Wadix is doing a fantastic job. Our DJs in Dominica, they're playing too much reggae. I have an issue with that. Many of our DJs in Dominica have to do better than that, and that is one of my major problems. I'll be brief tonight, and I will tell you why. We have to promote what we have, and we have to do it crucially, and I'll tell you why. A few years ago, I went to Barbados to get Serenade's visas. That was a few years ago. And I used to work with CDs to pass to radio stations like Voice of Barbados and so. And I met a DJ, and I told him, well, I'm from Dominica. I'm offering you a CD. Can you play a song on the roadside, you know? He didn't have to buy it. He just had to play one song. It was around crop over time. And he goes to me like, man, right now, man, it's crop over time, man. We're not playing no foreign music, man. So I think, but wait a while now, man. I mean, I'm from Dominica. Crossfire always come in Dominica. They're playing with us. They're working out with us. Why you cannot play the music? And this DJ takes his microphone and he tells his audience, well, this is a band from Dominica. You know, Crossfire, they'll go to Dominica and play with them. So I'm going to play their song. If this song was 4 minutes, this song did not play for 5 seconds. So we in Dominica, we have to be like that to promote what is ours. And I have a problem because our DJs in Dominica, they're playing more reggae than they play our music. And all you know that. And that is one thing that has to change. We have to fix that, okay? At the Princess Margaret Hospital, China, Dominica Friendship Hospital. Yeah, I forgot that, right? Dominica China Friendship Hospital. He's on the Emory ward. And anybody in here who can donate blood, if you can go up to the hospital and you can donate blood on behalf of Adrian. But all of us know Bassman Archie contributed a lot to music in Dominica on the bouillon and the cadence genre, because Bassman Archie wrote a lot of songs. And that is a man that is an icon to Dominica's music, you know. On another note, I'll go down and I will talk about the recognition of NCCU. I see Mr. Harrigan there. And that is one of the best things that ever happened to Dominica, in that they promoted the Cadence Calypso competition. And that in itself helped our music. We had a conversation a few weeks ago, and I told Mr. Harrigan, I think every year that we did the competition, we should have recorded these songs for posterity. Because 10, 15, 20 years down the line, the recorded music would have made a difference to Dominica and what we were contributing to our country. And NCCU, big up, you guys did a very good job on that. So I just hope that as soon as possible, COVID will be out of the way. NCCU will call that competition again and we'll get that going to promote Dominica's culture and Dominica's music, because that is very important. That is ours. And we have to promote it. We have to be militant on that to promote what is ours, because other people will not do it first. You see what happened in Barbados? Man, right now it's crop over time. We're not playing no foreign music, man. So we have to promote what is ours. Our DJs can't be there playing a whole set of reggae. I want to hear, Miguel, sorry, I know Wadix is your partner, but I want to hear Cadence on the Broadwalk. I want to hear Cadence on the Broadwalk, because that is Dominica, that is ours. If we don't do it, nobody will do it for us. Okay? I want to go to Wadix again. We are between Martinique to the south, Guadeloupe to the north. 500,000 people on each island. That is a fantastic market, and we have to take advantage of that. And Wadix is doing a fantastic job in promoting that music, because between Martinique and Guadeloupe, Dominica can see its way better with our music, because there's a market, there's a clientele. And we have to promote that cadence and that bouillon. That is what we have to offer. That is our culture. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, I would have been brief, because when I leave here, I have to go back to the hospital to check my partner. So, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much, Carlton. Again, driving home the point that we have to support our own. We got to support our own. We've got to promote our... sorry, we are not taking any questions tonight. But
once you donate, you'll put
Once
it
you
in his
donate,
bank.
yeah.
Once you donate, you'll put it in the bank first.
But
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
want to...
Donate.
all right, sorry guys, but yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Although I didn't finish.
Hello? Yes. I think everybody here heard about an organization called AMP. They also would have heard that the Prime Minister of Dominica said he was giving $500,000 towards developing the music industry in Dominica. Yeah? Okay. We spent about $100,000 basically doing training. Unfortunately, especially in the sound engineering training we had, the people who came were the very novices. Since it's a 10-day course, the people who would have benefited the most would have been the people who had been doing this for a while and who could understand and improve their skills from that there. None of them came. Okay. We also did a session on songwriting. A couple of people came. Both of those persons said this: there is no cooperation in Dominica among the people involved in music. Everybody writes his song by himself, alone, and everybody has his little studio. He doesn't invite his colleagues to come and hear what he's doing or no such thing. And we organized, I organized, well, I'm saying, not we, much me, is mommy, organized a tour to promote Dominica's music in Martinique, Guadeloupe, and France, as with part of the money that the government had offered. We wrote a document, myself and the gentleman who worked at Dex at the time, called Craig Stedman. I was just emailing him there. We did everything possible, and we were taking 5 frontline singers with a band to go to Martinique and Guadeloupe to promote the music. As Carlton was saying, there's a great market there. I had a letter, I still have the letter, from the Trace Company, who have TV and radio. They have a radio station in Martinique and one in Cayenne. Yes? The letter says, we will do everything to promote Dominica's music. And all of that actually comes from, if you like, the social capital of Ophelia and myself. Yeah? No, just put it as it is. When we're about to go and get everything ready, we suddenly, just before, wasn't really available for that. Which was an odd thing because it had been agreed. And I know the reason that happened was because some persons were not chosen to go on the tour. Now everybody in Dominica who is a singer can't go. So, I mean, it's a simple common sense. If all of us try to go through that door there, we'll just be stuck there. One person must go at a time and then we follow. So the whole point was to, sometimes people don't have imagination, but anyway, to use a spear to bore through a thing. The others then follow. That's what happened with Cadence when it started. Exile 1 was the one who started it. And then because it became associated with Dominica, anybody in Dominica who couldn't tune his guitar, if you listen to them records from 1970, a lot of them, the guitar and tone out to tune. But they wanted Dominica persons on the thing. So that, I don't know how we're going to fix that, but that is a major problem as to getting Dominica's music back where it was. I have another story to tell you, but the guy wants to do something there. I had organized, let me say it, I have to say it. I had organized with the library at TS, who had 3 record shops in Martinique at the time, to put a stand in their shops with Musique de la Dominique on it. When I come back, me and Gordon discussing that with the fellas, because Gordon had a thing could make CDs and so on as well. But what you do in music now? And that was the end of the story. That didn't go forward. That was to promote Dominican music in a market that, as Carlton himself said there, is ready for Dominican music. That's where Dominica can make money to start with, and then it can go further. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. Okay, this takes us to the end of the panel discussion, in that sense of the discussion part. We've got performances to go, but let's big up all the presenters tonight, those who presented from abroad and those who are here with us. Let us shake up the house. Now we're going to bring on, before we bring on the live performances and really have the sort of a fun part, let us bring on the man himself, Leroy Waddix, Charles, with a big surprise. Leroy has a big surprise for us.
Thank you very much, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here this evening, and I really want to thank everyone. For the first ever Cadence Lips a month, we want to give thanks and praises to the Father for the opportunity to do it for Dominica. And all those who took part in any way or the other, we want to thank you. It meant so much to the legends overseas when they would hear Cadence is back with a force. The nostalgia, the mere fact that this particular genre shouldered Dominica to the 4 corners of the globe. And we are now finding out the history behind it. The stories behind the musicians playing the music we enjoyed. We hope that we can move this journey to a different level. We're already dubbing next year. We're asking you to return home for the month of July 2022. We heard the Prime Minister earlier this week said that he already will be partnering with the project. NCCU has already endorsed they'll be part of the project. This is an international genre. Made Dominica's name stand out there. People do not like me to say it. I still believe it has the authenticity to allow us to have the World Creole Music Festival. For a few people we just want to recognize for your contributions. Like I said, we want to thank everyone. So I'll now call on my daughter to assist me with the plaques first. And where's Brohim, the sign man? Let's give this brother a round of applause. So Brohim, the first plaque goes to
Sobers Esprit.
Sobers Esprit for your contribution as a presenter. We want to really thank you. And by the way, Sobers is one of the hardest working guys in entertainment and culture of Dominica. The next plaque goes to Brohim.
Derek Ra Peters.
Derek Ra Peters, thank you very much for your presentation tonight. And we thank you for what you have done for Dominica. And this next plaque goes to
I cannot pronounce that name now.
La Grande de la Chanson Atiez. Moderator and continue to be a stalwart. And we want to say thank you. And we also want to say a special thank you to another presenter. Thank you so very much. And this presenter goes by the name of
McCarthy married.
From the wife to the husband. McCarthy Mary, we want to say thank you for your thank you. You're truly one of Dominica's great sons. Thank you very much. Okay, and this next plaque goes to?
We had La Grande Dame.
So we have the princess. The princess of song, Dominica's Mikael Anderson. Thank you very much, princess. Excellent presentation this evening. And we also have another presentation this. Thank you, Kalti, Serenade, and give Achi all our love. Okay, and this next plaque goes to?
Washla.
Washla, go wash. We have a few other plaques. They are not here this evening. One for Team Jura, one for Dennis Joseph, Ian Jackson, and also Cornell Fingers Philip. We have a few certificates we would like to give as we want to show our appreciation. And the first one we would like to give is the NCCU. Come, Harrigan, and take this on behalf of our partners, the NCCU. We want to say thank you. And the NCCU has been doing tremendous work in contributing to the Cadence Lipso music. We also want to say thank you to Dr. Damian Dublin and the Dublin Dental Clinic. Thank you very much, Dr. Damian Dublin. Has been doing tremendous work in really putting things together for us. We also want to say a special thank you to the White Ferry. Where's the White Ferry? Should be somewhere on the outside. The White Ferry will get this after this performance. Also, we want to say thank you to Fine Foods Inc. So we get a representative from Fine Foods Inc. And they have been with us from inception. We want to say thank you to DBS Radio. Thank you, DBS Radio Dean or Derrickson. You could come and pick this up on behalf of DBS Radio. We want to say thank you to DBS Radio for partnering with us. We also want to say thank you, special thank you to the building that we are now presently housing this final panel discussion, Alliance Process de la Dominique. We want to say thank you to Dion. We also want to say special thank you to a lovely lady. She sang us the national anthem earlier this evening, Lady S. I guess they're outside having a warm-up. But we want to say thank you to Calfa P. He'll get it after. And we want to say a big thank you to the guy who have been streaming us from panel discussion 1. And this man is one we really want to give a round of applause. Lyndon Lestrade and Multi Solutions Inc. Okay, we want to say special thank you to Lyndon Lestrade and Multi Solutions Inc. Okay, thank you very much, Lyndon. We also want to say special thank you to Ken Richards and Old Street Audacity Radio for partnering with us. We also want to say special thank you to, thank you very much, Ken Richards, a lovely lady, Janet Azus Angel. Thank you very much for being a part of the week, the month. Cadence Slips a month, a historic month. Thank you very much, Janet. We also want to say thank you and special good night to Jerry Lloyd. We really appreciate your presence. Thank you very much, Jerry Lloyd. And we just have a few more. Thank you very much, my brother. I guess Lobster is in that conversation that seemed to be hot on the outside. We also have one for MO News. I think Brohim will take that on behalf of MO News. But we want to give him something to say thank you, Brohim, the sign man. And it appears that JD is in that hot conversation also. JD! Where's JD? Okay. We'll say thank you to JD. So the rest of the guys are on the outside. So we're now going to get set for a few performances. We have several other certificates we will give. Oh, look, the Lobster is here. So Lobster, you can come and get your certificate. The Lobster from South City, Guabe, formerly of the Golden Squad. So Calfa P and the White Ferry. So we want to say thank you for all what you have done so far for the month. And we also have a special, this time is a few mugs from the sign man, and this one is?
La Grande Dame.
La Grande Dame de la Chanson d'Hiers. And this one is with a picture of Ophelia, especially from the sign man. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Smaller. And this one is for the Small Axe Mobile. Where is the Small Axe Mobile? 1 month of non-stop promotion. And then one of the partners, as a matter of fact, one of the brains behind this month, that's our little way of saying thank you to him from Goen Global Entertainment, and we will call on Dion to take this cup on behalf of Gordon Henderson, Goen Global Entertainment. And I think the sign man have a special one for somebody. Yeah.
Despite everything, for all his hard work, a little token. Warix.
Thank you very much, the sign man, and thank you everyone. Over to the moderator.
All right, thank you, Alex. Thank you very, very much. And of course, this takes us on to the entertainment section. We have the order. JD is going to go first. And then following JD, we have Lobster. And then following Lobster, we're going to have Gregory Rabes, Washla. And then after Gregory Rabes, we have Calfa P. Then we have White Fairy. We have Roret Laurent, Alicia, and Shalina as well. Both Shalina and Gregory will be introducing the latest single, so that's something you can look forward to. Are we ready with the music part, the backing tracks and all of that? Wadix, are we ready?
La musique, c'est pas en place pour nèg. Pas qu'à y aller, la musique encore. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on, Warix. It's a pleasure to be here tonight, once again. I'm going to sing a song entitled L'Amérique. No, I do not have the playback, so I'm going to sing over the original song, right? So just bear with me. Let's go.
L'Amérique, c'est pas mon place pour nègre. Pas qu'à y aller l'Amérique encore. Pas qu'à y aller l'Amérique encore. On t'aime l'Amérique et l'Amérique pas aime moins. Pas qu'à y aller l'Amérique encore. Pas qu'à y aller l'Amérique encore. L'Amérique c'est pas en place pour nègre. On te nie en 4 mais l'Amérique pas aime moins. Pas qu'à aller l'Amérique encore. Yo qu'à jouer nègre là à la ouïa. Yo qu'à jouer nègre là à journée quoi. Yo qu'à jouer nègre là parce que nous noirs pour rien. Yo qu'à jouer nègre là. Pas oublier nègre travail à soleil chaud. Pas oublier nègre mettez pays waho. Pas oublier nègre travail pour rien. Pas oublier nègre pas jamais fait rien. Pas qu'à y aller l'Amérique encore. Pas qu'à y aller l'Amérique encore. On t'aime l'Amérique mais l'Amérique pas aime moins. Pas qu'à y aller l'Amérique encore. Pas qu'à y aller l'Amérique encore. L'Amérique c'est pas en place pour nègre. On te nie en 4 mais l'Amérique pas aime moins. Pas qu'à y aller l'Amérique encore. Oui moi lever la mer oui moi la pas qu'à résister. Oui moi la me pas ni physique. Oui moi ni la capouetier. Pas oublier yo porter nous sur le bateau. Pas oublier yo battre nous en sido. Pas oublier yo conduire esclavage. Pas oublier yo fait combien dommages. Pas qu'à y aller l'Amérique encore. Pas qu'à y aller l'Amérique encore. On t'aime l'Amérique mais l'Amérique pas aime moins. Pas qu'à y aller l'Amérique encore. Pas qu'à y aller l'Amérique encore. L'Amérique c'est pas en place pour nègre. On te dit au 4 mais l'Amérique pas aime moins. Pas qu'à y aller l'Amérique encore. Mes amis, Dominique c'est la paradis sur la terre. Pas quitter la Dominique pour rien, non, non, non. Non, 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 non. Pas quitter la Dominique. Pas quitter hot la poêle. Pas quitter hot souffouillère. Pas quitter la Dominique. Well, you should know, we have been playing with this thing for a long time now. Generations and generations. Right? One solution. We have to come together as one, right? Together. Unity is strength. And strength is power. And together we can overcome anything. Right? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Minula Kamade. L'Amérique, ça nous fait. Nous pas jamais fait rien. No, 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 no. Minula Kamade. Watch là, dis-moi, ça nous fait. Nous pas jamais fait rien. No, no, no. Nous pas l'Amérique encore.
Thank you. Yes, yes. Collaboration, right? In practice. Do it. Very nice. Nice. All right, and we're going to bring on the next performer. Bouglai puis mordant, olive foi moi. Bouglai puis mordant, the lobster. Ah. IP7. Ah, very good, very good. All right, so let us welcome him with a round of applause.
Thank you. Yes, Wadix, big up. Welcome everyone. Sin. Yes. Sa maman sa fait ou comme ça, ou haï maman, macaco pan. Sa papa ou sa fait ou comme ça, ou haï papa, si vous as, vous as. Pour la petite terre, pour la petite caïla, pour la petite l'argent, yo quitté en bas classe, pas sa compagnon de l'autre, et vous as, yo pas qu'on fait en quitter. Mais à présent yo couché, pas ça fait rien pour quoi yo, la zoye. Oui, il est fermé là, oui, il est cochon, I got it cut my yes, sir. How are you feeling in the house? I love the live band, you know, because I'm a live performer. See? How are you feeling in the house? You know, lovely, man. Sa maman, ça fait au comme ça. Ou aïe, maman. Macaco pan. Sa papa, ça fait au comme ça. Ou aïe, papa. Si vous as, vous as. Pour la petite terre, pour la petite caïla, pour la petite l'argent, yo quitté en bas classe, pas sa compagnon de l'autre, il vous as, yo pas qu'on fait en quitter, yes I, mais à présent yo couché, pas ça fait rien pour quoi yo, la zoye, massive, oui il est fermé là, oui il est cochon, I got it cut Amazon, yes I, oui il est fermé là, oui il est cochon, I got it cut Amazon. Travail papa travail, pour faire enfants venir quoi à présent il besoin yo. Toi blatte maman passé, pour faire enfants venir quoi à présent il besoin ça. Zolon pile chimé caillou. Moi si la place aux eaux, on fait une cabane mon mépris. Il passe à fri mon moyen, il passe à voler mon sorti. Cadence, yes sir. Oui, il est vers là, oui il est cochon, I got it cut Amazon. Oui il est vers là, oui il est cochon, I got it cut Amazon. Même au quitter et au qui caple we pli et au qui n'est plus go gwen glow. Même au quitter et au qui caple we pli et au qui n'est plus go gwen glow. Pour les Dominique. Cadence. Moi si la place aux eaux, quand il va mon mépris, allez garder contre maman, allez porter maman, allez porter les pizza maman. Oui, il est vers mi là, oui il est cochon, allez garder contre maman ça. Oui il est vers mi là, oui il est cochon, allez garder contre maman ça, pour des pizza maman. Pour les bas mon mépris, pour pas savoir la mon sortie. Cadence. Oui il est vers là, oui il est cochon, I got it cut Amazon. Oui il est vers là, oui il est cochon, I got it cut Amazon. Même si on est plus belle voiture, quand le réplique et yo qui n'est plus beau gwen l'eau, on peut les donner. Ah ouais, cadence. Oui il est vers là, oui il est cochon, I got it cut Amazon. Ou si la place aux eaux, quand il va mon mépris, allez garder contre maman, allez porter maman, I prends des pizza maman. All you feeling in the house? Wadix big up. Respect to the elderlies, Cadence, elderlies and the veterans and them big up, big love. See it?
Yes, I. Yes, I. Come on. Let's give him a round of applause again. Yay! Now it's my turn, right? This is a new single by Washla. Just a little bit of credits. That song was recorded actually way back in January, but it could only find its release now. The song was recorded at Dada Manufacturer, so let us give a little big up to Dada. This lady somewhere in Rosa City. Something she said to me got me thinking seriously. Music was playing on the radio, it was a melody we know so well. He said this music song devil is something straight out of hell. I tried to explain to her that the roots and culture, music straight out of Africa, but no, she wouldn't hear. But you, Saki Rive from Sao. When I had to tell her, the big mess up your head, the big mess up your head. You full it up with a cacao bass and you think you have so much well. The big mess up your head, the big mess up your head. You full it up with cacao bass and you think you have a sevel. Woy, 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 woy. Cacao bass if I'm well. Woy, 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 woy. Woy, 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 Cacao bass for sevel. Started in slavery as part of colonial strategy. Something they said to me, music was like it was to me. Music was playing on the radio, it was a melody we know so well. This music song, the devil is something straight out of hell. Try to explain to her that the roots and culture, music straight out of Africa, but no, she wouldn't hear. But you, Saki Rive from Sao. To tell her the big mess up your head, the big mess up your head. Full it up with cacao bass and you think you have so much well. The big mess up your head, the big mess up your head. Full it up with cacao bass and you think you have a sevel. Woy, 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 woy. Cacao bass if I'm well. Woy, 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 woy. Cacao bass if I'm well. Mess up your head, it make it mess up your head. You full it up with cacao bass and you think you have so much well. You make it mess up your head, you make it mess up your head. You full it up with cacao bass and you think you have a sevel. Woy, 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 woy. Cacao bass if I'm well. Woy, 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 woy. Cacao bass for sevel. Tête Calbas, ou défi joué, à l'esprit déchiré. Caca Calbas qui en tête toi, tirez ça, jetez ça, and get yourself together. Get conscious, my brother. Get real, my sister. Know your roots and culture. Knowledge is power. Liberating power. Tête Calbas. Saudia, aussi mieux était comme ça. Et puis tête calbasoua. Attention, c'est elle lave tête tout garçon. Moi quand il couille masse, moi libre. Moi quand il fait liberté. It's emancipation time. Thank you very much. This was Ted Calvas. Ted Calvas. Ted Calvaso. Ted Calvaso. Ted Calvaso. Ted Calvaso. Ted Calvaso. Ted Calvaso. Ted Calvaso.
La J-Mai Selecta.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Merci on Peel. Merci on Shy. Ted Calvas. All right, the next performer, Kalfa, are you there? Kalfa P? Sorry? Oh, she...
God commencer.
Ressusciter Cadence.
DJ Wadix.
Ressusciter Cadence.
Fini a commencer.
Ressusciter Cadence.
Le yo kwe imon, nou mène diwe. Jou pa jou, nou va jouer tous les jours. Tout côté nou ale, se Cadence soule. Mwen mè m'vini, pou voye monte. DJ Wadix.
Ressusciter Cadence.
God commencer.
Ressusciter Cadence.
DJ Wadix.
Ressusciter Cadence.
Pou vas-y pa la J.
Ressusciter Cadence.
Ano ale, show. Cadence la douce, merci ben. Ano ale. Chale. Si mwen pate sa vide show. Men joli jou mwen fè mwen konnen ti show. Si mwen pate sa vide show. Men joli jou ou fè mwen konnen ti show. A la radio, tout an dan disco. Music Cadence show, so ki fè mon show. A la radio, Cadence music show. Ou ka jwe pli show, tout music la show. DJ Wadix.
Ressusciter Cadence.
God commencer.
Ressusciter Cadence.
DJ Wadix.
Ressusciter Cadence.
Ophelia yo de one.
Ressusciter Cadence.
Show. Brand new and fresh. So just take it as it go. Show. Chale. C'est ça vide show. Mais joli jou fais moi connaître ti show. Si me pate ça vide show. Mais joli jou fais moi connaître ti show. À la radio, tout en dans disco. Music Cadence show. So fais moi plus show. À la radio, tout en dans disco. Music Cadence show. So quand je plus show. DJ Wadix.
Ressusciter Cadence.
God commencer.
Ressusciter Cadence.
DJ Wadix.
Ressusciter Cadence.
Ophelia commencer.
Ressusciter Cadence.
Show.
Music Cadence produit show.
Music Cadence produit show. Music Cadence produit show. Dominicain. Ça c'est musique à nous. Ça c'est musique à nous. Thank you ladies and gentlemen. Show. Music Cadence.
Merci Alpha P and Ferry, White Ferry. Where are they? All out here. Next, let's have a big. Oh, he's just getting the little queuing up the track. So the next performer is White Ferry. Let's welcome him in a big way. White Ferry from Gonfon.
Don't you give up, brothers. Good night to everybody. No. Big up to Sign Mac. You're looking at the life of another and you're thinking that they're better than you. Cause every day you wake up in the struggles and you see that things ain't working out for you. One thing that you should know, not everyone was born with a golden spoon. Most people who want to brother can solve them, brother, don't give up. You in the system, fight up, Don't you give up, sister. Don't give up, don't you give up. Cherry, good night everybody. And big up to the sign man. I have to give you your flowers before you. Boy. Don't you give up, friend. Cherry. Joua kakoupe, ou la kakachile, ki sa ou kaife. Ki sa ou kay mache, denye fwa ou mache bien se de bien. Ou ni zafan pou voye le kom, klete ou pou kope, Maladie tombée en l'école. Oh, puis l'hôpital pour payer. C'est la sauce familiale. C'est la vie tout l'air. La wa misère. You can solve them, brother, don't give up. You in the system, financial problems. You can fight them, no sister, don't give up. No, don't give up. Pas pour la J, don't you give up. Pas pour la C, don't you give up, don't you give up. No, don't give up. No, don't you give up. No. Why? Cherry. Marix, you want to give them a test on the new thing? You understand? You gotta give people the flowers. Rule up. Chibi, break down selector. Yes, I. Yeah, this one. This is a new one. Just came out. Green Swadix. Pas pour arrêter, pas mon frère là, yo mange à quitter la vie. Oh, yeah. Apprécier ça, yo qu'a fait quand yo a pas mis aujourd'hui. Oh. Là c'est mauvais, valet vieux, non, nous qu'a crucifié mon épi. Oh. Faut nous connaître, vous mais yo c'est pour nous tout ça bénéfice. Oh. For only one as you done for us all. Spreading the music all over the globe. For all the good things that you done for God, that's what it is. We thanking you, brother. Oh, yeah. We want to say thank you to Wadix for all what he has done for the Cadence over the past time, you know. And this song was written for him. Thank you to Ophelia Mary. Thank you to all of those who spread the Cadence to the world. Paja lo moun pi sou pasam ki gwaye yo pwen pou jwe music. Faut nous connaître vous mais yo akumas Cadence music. Gordon Henderson, Fix Troy Williams, Jody, jeunesse te qui changé. Si pas de Wadix qui ka poussé. For all the wonders you done for us all. Spreading the culture all over the world. For all the good things that you done for God, that's what it is. We thanking you, brother. Oh boy, check. Wadix, check. Pour tout ça, j'ai fait pour culture, pour musique nous, et puis pour Cadence esprit. C'est pour ça nous on est dit. Merci, autant de ça. Wanna big up to me, Mr. Cadence. This is the new one. Big him up. Take it again, check. Autant de ça. So papa ou ba mon frère, là yo mort, là yo ka vivre. For all the wonders he done for us all. Spreading the culture all over the globe. For all the good things that he done for God, that's what it is. We thanking you, brother. We thanking you, brother. Jimmy. You're really on the radio over the past time. I want to say thank you to everybody who attend this. Thank you to everybody who is trying to push Cadence. Big up to Lobster, big up to Carl Papi. Big up to everybody, you know, coming up in the Cadence. Big up to the NCCU. I must say that Harrigan is here tonight representing. Yeah. And thank you all for what you have been doing, Miss Ophelia Mary. This is White Ferry. I'm going to leave the mic for someone else. Mr. Rabes, Prince Wadix. We thanking you.
Yes, Prince Wadix, we thanking you. And we thanking White Ferry for thanking Wadix. Yes, I. All right, and we're going to bring on Janet Azuz. All right, that's another, surprise for the night. And then after Janet, we're going to have Shalina. So Shalina, stand by. Shalina is, sorry? Janet, we're ready for you. Are you ready for us? Sorry? All right, Wadix is saying, we got to go with Shalina. All right, Shalina, are you ready? Get in there. All right. All right. Let us make Salina feel welcome. She's going to introduce a new single as well.
Good evening, everyone. I'm not even sure if I remember the lyrics. But this one was written by myself. And of course, I get a little extra help from Dion. And of course, he is also the producer of the song. Okay, so tonight, thank you so very much for listening. Okay, we expect it. Of course, expect it in today. It's Shalina. But little things you do got me stuck like glue. When I met you, at first I thought okay. Then I got to know you, and now you took over my space. Took control one and speed. Just with the message got to talk. Now I'm happy. Tu me compliques quand tu m'écoutes. Je t'aime encore plus. Every hug and all your kisses gives me that push. There's a one set I move between you and me. Cet amour est unique, maybe you'll agree. This love is meant to be. This love, c'est pour la vie. I can hold you in my arms for eternity. This love, only you and me. Simple comme les raisins, sweet touches feels deep. My mind resists the urge to fight your love, so help me please. Si tu m'attires, sache que ça va tout changer. Just where I wanna be, kiss your neck, hold your waist. I wanna give you some of my sexy body. Look at me, don't turn your eyes. Yeah, I feel that energy. Baby boy, show me what you'll invest in me. Come and rest it on me. Yeah. This love is meant to be. This love, c'est pour la vie. I can hold you in my arms for eternity. This love, only you and me. Only you and me. Hey, yeah. Only you and me. Oh, it's meant to be. It's meant to be. It's meant to be. Yeah. This love is meant to be. It's meant to be. This love, c'est pour la vie. I can hold you in my arms for eternity. This love, only you and me. Only you and me. Let me everybody sing it, only you and me. Let's go. Only you and me. Hey, one more time. Only you and me. This love is meant to be. This love, c'est pour la vie. I can hold you in my arms for eternity. This love, only you and me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes. Big up, Shalina. Yes, I. Pretty soulful. All right, Janet, are you ready for us? Hi, Janet, are you ready for us? She's not ready for us, right? Oh. All right, we're having fun here. It's wrapping up Cadence month. Well, right now we're into the performance and cocktail session, wrapping it down. Yes, Wadix? Linden, sorry. Linden.
Sakipani Fam Sheshi Fam, Sakipani Nam Sheshi Nam. But before that, on behalf of the University of the Western Days, DBS Radio, the Sign Man, Gohen Global Entertainment, and all our partners, Multi Solutions Inc., Digicel, Fine Foods Inc., NCCU, DDA, DFC, DNO, MO News, J&M Enterprises, Altitude Constructions Inc., ACS, Dublin Dental Clinic, the Trois Water, Atlantic View Hotel, St. George's Dental, Wise QFM, Carry FM. We want to thank also our panelists for this evening and all the panelists throughout the month. But this evening, Marc Marie, Michael Henderson, Sobers Esprit, Gilles Lyonnais, Professor Julien Marion, and Derek Rapidas, also Cornell Fingers Philip, and also Carlton Winston. La Grande Dame de la Chanson at the end with the prayer, and Lady S with the national anthem. So if you want to dance, we're going to give you one song to dance. Est-ce que vous êtes dansé, messieurs? Est-ce que vous allez danser? If you want a dance song to dance, Sakipani Fam, Cherche Fam. Sakipani Nom, Cherche Nom.
Welcome to Ghana.
You can turn the lights down low.
Total Cadence.
You can course danser collé.
Precursors of Soup featuring Ophelia, Jeff Joseph of the Gramax, Anthony Garcia, Black Affairs, and yours truly, Gordon Henderson of Exile One. Background. Yo te quiero, señorita.